EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at the 3. Spins past him. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 4 catches, 113 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards. And he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Way to let them dogs.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
You. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Prescott down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Well, look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jason Witten, intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Absolutely nowhere.
Now Trubisky on third and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the inside.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He won't go down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man open. It's Wims. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we have reached halftime with, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. On first and 10, Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickery. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff.
Mike, 180! No gain on this defense, no gain.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Quick throw here out to Cobb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Marr is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Trubisky and the Bears down 20-10, 1:52 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10.
Come on. Here we go, here we go. Tight right.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing
emphasis.
game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Here's Prescott. Fighting to stay upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing in this one now. A little over 30 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first. They get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra.